Hello everyone, welcome to Whisper and Bliss, and my intention for this video is to spread love and light to you all always, okay? This reading is for our Sagittarius. This is a Sagittarius reading. I'm seeing Judgment and Nine of Swords. The Judgment card feels kind of heavy, okay? The Judgment card by itself feels heavy, and then this is afterwards. So I do feel as if it is time for you to release. This can be guilt, shame. This can be anger. It's just giving me a sense of like the need to accept at this time, to accept the consequences for whatever. And remember, consequences don't always have to be bad, but I have to admit the energy that I'm getting right here is, you know, but I do see new beginnings. So if it is, you know, it is what it is giving me a sense of like, it's not the end of the day, you know. It's giving me like, it's a new day. Like, pick yourself up and get going, because you are needed. You're needed. People need to hear you. People need to feel you. I do feel like there's so much within you that needs to be shared. So that can be like a testimony. That can be like something that you need. It's giving me like you have something to say, okay? Or it can be art. It can be something. It is something, okay? I do feel like it's a lot underneath the surface here, but let's get more into this, okay? Because it's a lot. So this landed on Judgment. The World. And this came, I was pulling cards for Judgment. So I have the Star, I have the Temperance, and I have the World. There's a possibility that you missed out on, I want to say, like the love of your life, like a good girl or a good guy, you know, if I'm speaking to a female, whatever your preference is, okay? This is probably why the Nine of Swords is giving me a sense of like, damn, I messed up, you know? The cards that I see around me, it says, while your mind can imprison you, it can also set you free. It says, I am enough exactly as I am. Your heart is a guide. It says, warrior, tighten up. You are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. And this is what I'm seeing right now. So again, like basically, like I said, Judgment is coming off really, you know, strong right now. But I do feel the need. I don't want to say like there's no reason for you to be here, but it's just giving me a sense of like, okay, let's go, okay? Let's go. There's a chance for you to heal, okay? I feel as if this is giving me a sense of like you are safe to like, and you see how I'm having a hard time like getting this out. I feel as if you've always had a hard time, whoever I'm speaking to, okay, Sagittarius. I feel as if you had a challenging time kind of saying what it is that you have to say. And with this in front of me, is giving me a sense of like, instead of being like this, instead of feeling exposed, instead of feeling like, damn, I'm a messed up person or whatever, it's giving me a sense of like, let's look at it a little different. Like, let's look at it a little different, okay? Look at it like, you know what? Let me pay attention to how I can use my energy right now so I can grow, so I can learn, so I can gain a different perspective. Because while I'm in this energy, I'm doing like, I'm worse. Like, I'm making it worse. I'm making the situation worse by being here. So let me just learn something. Let me do something new, okay? And this is what this is giving me. It's giving me a sense of like, yes, this is time for you to heal and know there is hope. With the Temperance, it's like you are safe, you know. Slow down a little bit and find balance, you know, with the, especially with the angel being in the center. It's definitely giving me like protection. And with the World, it's giving me a sense of like, you are whole, you are everything, regardless of anything, regardless of what you've done in the past, regardless of what made you like this. Okay, I'm getting like, I messed up a good thing, I messed up, like, this is what I'm getting right now. This could be a job opportunity. I really do feel like this is kind of like a relationship or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't care for it right now because this is a general reading, you know. But overall, it's time to release this. It's time to get out of this energy. Okay, so let's see here. What do you want Sagittarius to know right now? It says, feel your own energy. This is your power. Don't step over important details in the process itself by wanting to take the quickest way to the finish line. Don't rush, slow down, and be more consistent. Feel your own energy. This is your power. And one thing I love about this is that this landed on the World. It's purple. This is purple. So purple, I love the color purple. It's giving me like a very strong divine color, okay? And it's giving me a sense of like, remember who you are, remember your strength, okay? Remember your intelligence, remember your wisdom, remember who you are, okay? It says love and light conquers all. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. By Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It says, how can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? It says, one step at a time. Flowers don't grow overnight, okay? So what I'm getting right now is someone that's extremely gifted, someone extremely talented. You probably feel like you're in a rush, and I really do feel like that's probably why there's some mistakes, you know, like it's giving me something like that. It's giving me the sense of having to slow down so you can think, so you can do like a 360, you know, so you can weigh out the options, you know, in life, instead of thinking like, oh, I have to go this way because this is the only way. And we all know that's not true, okay? You just have to give yourself some time. It says, I am sitting still until I gain clarity. And then it says, BS detector. I can detect negativity and know how and when to remove the focus to positivity to prevent lowering my vibration. I am only focusing on motivation and what makes me happy. Again, like I said, just know that the power is within you, okay? But also understand that wherever your energy goes, that's where energy flows. So if you're thinking of negativity, that's what you're going to get back. You're going to get negativity, okay? It says, I lead with authenticity. No one else shares your exact gifts. Your own opinion of you is the only one that really matters. Others don't define you. Face others and their opinions with authenticity and take responsibility. Your point of view is valuable. Believe in yourself. You conquered harder challenges. I lead with authenticity. And it's just giving me a sense of like, you are free. You are free to be yourself. Like I said here, it's giving me a sense, like it says, you're not for everyone. Embrace your awareness. Face your true north. Like, be you. Be who you are now. And you don't need to force, you don't need to force anything upon anybody, you know, like if they don't like you, cool, okay, so what? Like, there's someone else going to find you attractive. There's someone else that's going to accept you for who you are, that's going to accept your gifts, that's going to, you know, you're not going to have to change for anybody. You know, the only thing you need to do is like basically don't give up on yourself, and that's it. And that's it, okay? It says, my flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Psalm 73:26, okay? I'm getting a sense like, know that you're never alone. The Most High is always with you. And when you feel weak, just don't be ashamed to call on the Most High God. Don't be ashamed to say, I need help. Don't be ashamed to be like, you know what, God, like, get me out of this. Like, help me. Like, you know, I'm getting a sense of the need of having to cry out for God. And that's okay, you know. Maybe you need some time to yourself, a couple of days or whatever the case may be. Tell some people like, no, I can't go out, or no, turn your phone off. Like, no, I'm not available today. Like, I need some time to talk to the Lord, okay? Because yeah, okay. But good health is here. So this is good. This is good. Okay. It says, don't carry the world on your shoulders. Ask for help. What did I say? Okay. So, and it says, when planning the future, keep your focus on being kind to yourself and others. Acknowledge how far you have come and how the events in your life have pieced together to make a wonderful story. Do something kind for someone today. You will realize that you have learned so much and can apply this knowledge to create a positive future. It says Dora the Explorer TV series. It's giving me something about like explore, but I also saw TV series by itself. So you may be an actor, actress, or something like that, like entertainer or something like that. But it's giving me, I'm also getting like with explore, it's giving me a sense of like, don't just stick to one. Like I said earlier, I feel like I'm speaking to someone that's like multifaceted. You're very gifted. You have many skills. You can sing, write, dance, whatever the case may be. Someone that's very creative. You're very, very creative. Very creative, okay? Very, very creative. That's what I'm getting, okay? So, yeah. It says, I'm still standing, okay? Yeah. I'm still standing, okay? It says, I am worthy. I am worthy because I am here. I am worthy because of my determination. I am worthy because of what I have sacrificed to become who I am. I don't know her name. I wish I can pronounce her name, but yeah. This is here. Anyway, and it says Suit and Tie. So this is funny because Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake, Future, Jay-Z, and then it's blank. So this is cool, okay? So Suit and Tie, and we're literally talking about like gifts, talents, like, so that's really dope. That's really cool. So yeah. Basically, I'm saying get back to work. This is what this is giving me. Get back to work. We can't stay down. You can't stay down for too long. And it's giving me a sense of like, don't start now. Like, don't start now. Like, I'm speaking to someone like, you've been doing this. Like, you've been doing this. Like, you eat challenges up for breakfast. Like, this is nothing, you know. It's giving me a sense of like, you're probably just tired, you know, like you probably just like tired. This is really what it's giving me. But just remember who you are. Basically, just remember who you are. I'm gonna grab this because it says literally warrior here, tighten up. So what do you want Sagittarius to see right now? Thank you, Spirit. It says magic here, and then playful in reverse, and then it says feed your soul. So feed your soul, and like I said, didn't I say something about purple? Okay, so I'm gonna keep this. Feed your soul. I place it here where it says my flesh. I see my flesh. Feed your soul. There's conflict here, a lot of it. Why magic here? Page of Pentacles. Playful. Why playful here? Why playful is here? Thank you. I feel like someone is trying to get in the way. I'm not sure if someone is trying to, like, I honestly feel like there's something in the way that's trying to rob you of your joy. you know, because playful in reverse, and it's really giving me a sense of like that's kind of like your true nature, you know, like it's something about your inner child here, and something is like robbing you away. Like if you feel as if you feel like it's like, dang, I can't be me, or I don't have time to play, basically create. That's what I'm getting, like create. You don't have time to create. I'm getting responsibilities and always putting others before yourself and all that stuff. You need to stand your ground on that. And I was literally talking about boundaries, you know? And I'm talking about creative, you know, because the Queen of Pentacles here, and I said something about multifaceted. The Queen of Pentacles can multitask. Queen of Pentacles can do everything. I'm also getting like love here. Okay, you may be in love with someone in this energy, someone that's just like you. Queen of Wands, King of Cups. So I'm getting multiple. Give me 1 second, because what I'm getting now is this right here, Ten of Swords. It was sticking out. Ten of Swords. This is a lot of people. I feel like this is sticking out heavy, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you have a lot of people in the way of something. I don't know, a lot of people involved. And again, I mentioned something about conflict, so I don't like this too much. Because confusion is not God, okay? Confusion is of the enemy, so I'm gonna get out of that. But I do love how the Ace of Cups was in the back of the deck and it was sticking out the most. It's giving me a sense of like, don't be afraid of what's inside of your heart. Like, don't be afraid to make decisions based on, and this, I like how we did this because it's right here. Okay, so give me 1 second. I like how we did that. So don't be afraid to make decisions based off of what you are feeling. Like, you know, I don't know if this is pertaining to someone, others, a career, or of something, but there's a need to be honest with yourself. Okay? Like, you have to be honest with yourself. And I know you're probably like, well, I have responsibilities. I feel like I'm speaking to someone with responsibilities. And you may be in a predicament to where you're like, I have to make decisions that make sense for everybody. I'm not in the, like, if that's the case, I can't speak on that. You know, the only thing that I can say is that it's very important for you to identify how you truly feel, and for you to see it. Like, you have to connect with that. So maybe if you want to record yourself, you know, to speak or write, okay, or both, whatever. But I really feel like you have to meet with your true feelings. Like, you have to look at it or hear it, whatever, because you may be a type of person that think a lot. Okay, I feel as if you don't spend a lot of time with yourself. So you can, I don't want to say you can be easily influenced like you're a follower, because that's not what I'm getting. I don't get that. It's just when it comes to your emotions, and I like how I'm saying this because feel your emotions is right here. If we're so much in our head, but we're also making decisions, and we're, you know, creating, we're working, sometimes our feelings can get pushed back, you know, in the back burner. And that can also be a numbing thing, like, because we're working so hard, and we can be like, you know what, I don't have time. We can get in that position to where we're like, I don't have time to deal with my feelings right now because I'm working, or I'm being a father or a mother, or you know, I have other responsibilities. I don't have time, right? And so, you know, I have to say, you know, that's when you have to, you can't say that. You have to break that pattern and say, you know what, instead of saying I don't have time for my feelings, you have to say, you know what, just I have to at least make 30 minutes a day. You know, like let me spend some time for myself for a day. Let me go for a ride, or let me go for a walk. You know, let me go get a journal. Let me just record myself real quick to just see how, like, what's going on. Okay, when you do that, you put yourself in charge to make your own decisions and not relying on somebody else to make the decisions for you when it comes to your emotions, or to manipulate you when it comes to your emotions, because you know how you feel. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to read this. It says, your heart is a guide. Trust your intuition. Listening to your heart is a guide. It will lead you to wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Allow yourself to feel, express your emotions, even if they're uncomfortable or painful. This is an important step in releasing emotional blockages. Okay. All right, what do you want Sagittarius to know? Okay, so I do see love spell. This landed on 9 of Swords. So I'm going to read this first. So it says attraction, self-love, romance. So because this landed on 9 of Swords, this is giving me a sense of like multiple things. I'm going to say 2, okay? One for self and one for other people. One, you may have some things going on inside, like a lot, and it could be stress, and I'm talking about, you know, this may be due to like comparison, or, you know, whatever the case may be, maybe some, you know, some insecurities and doubts. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. And then when it comes to other people, you may come off hard, you know, like cold, hard, like basically other people may have a negative viewpoint of you, like, you know, maybe. And so with the love spell here, it's giving me a sense of you needing to do this to help. And when it comes to love spell, I'm saying, I'm thinking of like having to speak some affirmations to your soul, like make a soul statement. Okay, write some affirmations. Okay, take spiritual bath and set you know, take your spiritual baths and set your intentions. Okay, because I feel as if there's a need to, like, you need to release negative energies. That's all. And once you start loving on yourself, basically, and people see that, you're going to start to soften. And because you're going to, once you start putting more intention and more energy towards yourself, you're going to start treating yourself differently, and people are going to start treating you differently. So this is the whole purpose of the love spell. Okay, I know a lot of people, when people think of like spells, people just focus on the spell itself, but they're not understanding what that means. Okay, so I'm not going to get all into that right now. I just really want to stay like focused on here, because I feel like it's a lot going on, but it's simple. It's really like a easy fix, honestly. And it takes commitment. It takes commitment, and it takes devotion. I'm hearing devotion, you know, to basically just love yourself and just be like, you know what, I need to, you know, just spend some time to myself. I need to get some things in order. And once you know, I don't want to say close the door, but I don't want to say all that, but once you just kind of like focus on yourself and say, I'm going to love on me just a little bit and see what's going on, and, you know, then everything will get better for here. But with the cards that came out earlier, I just really do feel like, you know, instead of thinking of things in a negative viewpoint, look at it in a positive way, you know. So it says rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Again, with this purple here, like, It says, share your voice, come out the cave, prosecution, expression, and like I said something about you needing to say something. But it's more to that though. It's more to that because it's next to the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can also be like entrepreneurship, and I already said something about like someone may be like an entertainer, or even if you're not an entertainer, like you have multiple gifts. So you have a lot that's within you that can, like you have a lot to start a business or businesses. Like you have a lot of wisdom. It's so much within you that needs to come out that can help people. Okay? So once you step out of that cave, it's just giving me a sense of like a lot going to be thrown at you, you know, like a lot of opportunities. Yeah. And one more, please. Thank you, Spirit. And it says the volcano, so relationships, express, don't stagnate. So this right here is giving me like a relationship. The volcano, so it says relationships, express, don't stagnate. So it's two things. So this is giving me like built up anger. So it's like when you're holding on to something and somebody can do or say something like so smart, and it's like, you know, so it's like, we don't want that. We don't want that. So take care of it like now, okay? But with relationships here, I feel like once you meet your person, it's going to be fucking over. Like it's going to be over. Like when you get with your person, OMG, because again, I'm already feeling the energy of a mastermind. So if you meet somebody just like you, oh my gosh, the world better be ready for y'all, for real, okay? That's what I'm getting here. So it says just breathe, everything is fine. I do see coping mechanisms, if I can say that word. Anyway, it says addiction, let God in. So again, I mentioned like the Most High already. Basically what I'm getting from here is that it's okay to soften a little bit. It's okay to soften. And I know the world sometimes demands so much of us. It demands so much of us. And I felt this, like, from my experience when I was in the Marine Corps. I was in the Marine Corps for 9 years. I was in school. I had 3 children while I was in the service. And I mean, I was a wife, you know. I never claimed that energy as my own. I don't even know how I did it. I mean, I know how I did it, but I don't claim that energy as my own. But I did all of that. And it was a lot of times where I felt like I actually did tell myself my emotions don't matter. That's why I can heavily like relate to this. I can relate to this a lot, you know. But the truth of the matter is our emotions do matter. And we have to understand that we are not robots. If it was meant to be that way, then it would have been that way, but it's not, you know. We have this gift to have emotions, to feel, and we have to understand that our emotions in the ability to express, it create a lot in the world. Like imagine if you wasn't able to express your feelings. Do you think that we will have businesses? Do you think that we will have the things we have on this planet? You know, like absolutely not. Like music is extremely healing to our souls. Like I mean, that's not even everything. I'm not even saying everything, you know, but it's just the need of you having to see things from a different perspective. And once you accept all of you, I'm talking about like everything, like all of you, like the way you are with your feelings, your emotions, like your appearance, like your gifts, everything. And once you say, God, you know what? You made me like this, and I'm grateful for that. I love you. I love you for... Wait a minute, because I'm about to get a little emotional. Wait a minute. Let me pull it back together. Let me pull it back together. Like, God, I love you. You know, thank you. Like, thank you for everything. Thank you for the strength. Thank you for everything that I have in my life. Once you start to express gratitude for everything, you will most definitely be able to calm down, and you know, slowly but surely things will, you know, happen the way that it's supposed to happen. But don't forget, this is all about you. You know, take your mind off of other people, what other people may think and all that. This is all about you, because if you're not right, nothing's going to be right. If you got kids, they won't be able to be taken care of. Why? Because you're not right, you know. If you got a job, it won't get done, you know, especially if you all the way to the top. Imagine being all the way to the top, the CEO, and you messed up. I mean, everybody under you is going to be messed up, you know. So with me saying that, I feel like you are a type of individual that have a lot of people, they are relying on you to be healthy, to be here. I feel like I'm speaking to someone like you are a gift to the planet, you are a gift to the world. So know that we need you. And yeah, so I'm going to leave this message here. Thank you so much for viewing this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, bye.